in Beaufort County.
Jamie, one of the reasons why the National Weather Service issued this as an EF2 preliminarily is because of the damage they saw right here on Beach Ridge Road. This is in Belhaven, and what you can see around me is a lot of debris. All of this coming from 3 sheds that were destroyed by the tornado. This whole big section you see here actually came from over there where you see the cinder block stationed just behind me. So the twister picked it up, carried it, and threw it all across the yard. Another thing that you can see are pieces of glass and pieces of metal like this. This piece of sheet metal came from that roof right over there. And all the debris, all the glass came across, and some of it actually ran into this house. Living in this house is a woman named Ray. She's 87. She was safe, but check out the damage on here. We have pieces of the siding ripped off. We have pieces of wood shoved into the siding, some of it a few inches deep. In fact, this hole is about 6 inches deep. But the one I really want to show you is over here. Over here, along all of this, with all this peppering and all the broken glass, is this 2x4. And actually joining me now is Hoyt Spencer. Hoyt is the son of the lady that lives here, Ray, and he's the one that first told me about this. The 2x4 was shoved in by the fast winds, and it doesn't just stop 6 inches in like some of the other pieces. How far does this go?
It's a good 2.5, 3 foot inside.
So on the other side, inside the home, it's actually sticking in.
That's right, it's sticking inside the house.
And where is this in the house?
The bathroom.
Okay, so it's in one of the bathrooms.
That's right.
And she took cover in one of the bathrooms.
Yep, she sure did.
Did she take cover in that bathroom?
No, this one, we've got a little powder room on the other side of it.
Well, that's good.
She went in.
That's very good. So she was smart. She listened to the advice to go to the interior bathroom.
That's right.
And she's doing great today.
Oh, yeah, she's doing really good.
All right, well, we're happy to hear it. We're going to continue to bring you coverage and updates about what the National Weather Service has to say about this tornado. For now, I'm live in Beaufort County, Ellen Baca, News Channel 12, and now I believe we're turning it on over to Kyle Horan.
You got it right, Ellen.
12's Ellen Baca is live in Beaufort County with the very latest. Ellen.
Anno, right now we're live on Beach Ridge Road and we're in Belhaven, and you can very evidently see the tornado path. Here's where it started. This is where it came from. As it pushed towards this area from the southwest, it completely demolished that house. Now in the house behind me here, there's an 87-year-old woman who lives here named Ray. When the tornado was coming, her son called her and told her to take cover. So she did. She went into one of the bathrooms in the inside of the house, and it's good she went to one of the interior bathrooms because this bathroom on the exterior actually had a 2x4 shoved into it because of those fast winds. Now, the main portion of the house fared very well. It's built fairly sturdily, but you can see that we do have sheds in the background that have metal ripped off the roof, and you can see that metal completely littered across the yard. Some of that metal was carried so far that it actually traveled to the front yard, and you can see it in some of those trees that have been torn apart. And Ray, when I was talking to her earlier, said that those trees had been there for a good 30 years. As I mentioned, there were about 3 sheds that were here. You can see the first one kind of outlined by some of those cinder blocks. The second one used to encompass some of those tractors, and then a lot of the debris from those sheds are now here. So we're talking now with the granddaughter of Ray, and originally you weren't here when the tornado struck, but you heard about it. And what did you think when you first saw all this damage?
I was very shocked, overwhelmed. I didn't know where to start, where to begin.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. And you said your grandma's doing okay?
Oh, yeah. Yep, she's doing real good. She's a real trooper.
And what types of things are you finding here? Was this all in storage? Was this keepsakes?
A lot of this was in storage. A lot of it's keepsakes. I had baby clothes out here. My wedding stuff was out here. I found my bouquet a little while ago.
Oh,
and a lot of it was just little bits and pieces of a lot of stuff that we've just set out here, you know. And then
and it looks like the cleanup efforts are still under the way, not just for you guys, but for everyone on Beach Ridge Road. And you can see right here where the tornado went. It tracked from the southwest to the northeast, on even to Hyde County. And we're actually waiting to hear from Hyde County Emergency Management now that the sun's up to see if any additional houses have been affected from this tornado that we didn't originally know about in the house count. We'll continue to give you that information and those facts as it becomes available. Reporting live in Beaufort County, Ellen Baca, News Channel 12.
Yeah, thanks for that report, Ellen.
12's Ellen Baca is live in Beaufort County tonight. She has a new look at some of the damage. Ellen.
Well, Val, yesterday when Jonathan, Skip, and myself were watching this tornado on the radar, I remember thinking, man, that's pretty strong rotation. And you can see around me all this debris. And after seeing this debris and talking with you, Mike, and hearing your story, it's no surprise that the National Weather Service has given this a preliminary rating of an EF2 tornado. And I have to tell you, the people that live in this house right here aren't surprised with the rating either.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 houses, 5 in this area and 1 out on 264.
The tornado that tore through Belhaven Monday left a trail of close calls. 2x4s were forced into homes. 30-year-old trees were twisted in half. But the Red Cross says, miraculously, no one was seriously hurt.
Right now, everybody's they're still in shock.
All your life, everything's been out here, and now everything's changed.
Alicia Wagaman has spent the last 24 hours sifting through debris. This is her grandma's house, an 87-year-old woman who took cover in a bathroom when the tornado raged overhead.
Oh, yes, she's very tough.
Backyard, the tornado was strong enough to destroy 3 sheds. You can see all of the debris that was inside those sheds scattered across the yard. The tornado was even strong enough to pick up pieces of metal, rip it off of roofs, and carry it far away. Most of Beach Ridge Road looks like this backyard, and Red Cross workers say the community has been here to help.
When I was out here last night, there must have been 200 cars just right after it happened of people already out working.
As Wagaman was sifting through the memories, there was one item in particular that brought it all home.
And I was out here looking around, and I found an angel underneath all this stuff. Wasn't broke, nothing. It was one of them where it sings, and I lifted it up and it started singing. I said right there, I said it's got to be a sign.
And perhaps one of the most encouraging things about this entire situation is that all the people that I talked to were being smart. They either got into an interior room in their house, or if their house was unsafe, they jumped into a ditch. And Michael, earlier today, you talked with one mom who made a smart call of her own.
She had to make a split-second decision. It looked like the tornado was coming directly at her house, but at the same time, a school bus was pulling up, and that school bus was full of children. We're standing here on Beach Ridge Road. Across that tree line, miles away, near the center of Belhaven, is where Sawyer was actually living. So, Ellen, it's amazing how far this tornado actually traveled.
You know, and that's one of the things that we saw about this tornado is that it was a long track tornado. Still to be determined if it was one single tornado on the ground the entire time or if that tornado lifted and then the parent storm produced another tornado on the ground. One of the things that we do know, Michael, is that the damage path is at least 200 to 300 yards wide. So it was a wide tornado as well.
And a lot of people were really lucky that they weren't living in the path of this tornado.
Absolutely. A lot of farmland. All right, reporting live in Beaufort County, Ellen Baca and Michael Hennessy for News Channel 12.
A good display of the damage there, and we do know at least 13 people injured. No deaths reported from any of this. For complete coverage.